We close out Friday Night Football here in the SFL from the saintly city, St. Paul, Minnesota. For the first time here at Northwood Stadium, the Minnesota Legend take on the champs in the Baltimore Vultures. Hello everybody, Ethan Muslin here alongside my partner Charles Doherty. Charles, we were talking to both of these squads before this game, and it seems like both of them are in agreement on what's going to be the key for this matchup. It's going to be defense.
Yeah, definitely defense and creating turnovers. And T-Pat on the Baltimore side basically said he thinks the team that has the most turnovers is going to win. So let's see if that works tonight. I personally think Minnesota is going to be trying to knock the king off the hill, and they're going to have to play perfect in all three elements: special teams, offense, and defense against this hot Baltimore team.
You're absolutely right on that. Baltimore, number one in the league on offense and defense in points scored and points allowed. Minnesota in the top 10, the top 5 even in points allowed on the defensive side of the ball, but they have not been able to do well on the offensive side. They're currently 24th in the SFL with 20.8 points scored average per game. And even though they've got a stout defense, who are all top 10 in rushing yards and passing yards allowed, the big stickler has been their takeaways. They only have 18 in the league, which gives them a differential of -6. So they've been giving away some balls on offense, so they'll need to really clamp down on that in order to put it to the champs tonight. Minnesota will be kicking the ball away to start the first half. They'll get the ball in the second. Mickey Malillo to kick this ball away. And here we go. From Northwood Stadium, we are underway. Ivy Irving going to bring this back out inside the 20, down to the 25. And it's going to bring up to the 26-yard line. Good field position to start it off for the champs. And we will see Jack Wigmore come out for the first time tonight.
Yeah, we're going to see a heavy dose of Jack Wigmore, Warren Murray, T-Roy Gaines, and just about everybody on offense. Baltimore does a great job of spreading the ball around.
Jack Wigmore, third in the league with 21 passing touchdowns, a QBR of 96. He's only been sacked 3 times this season. He'll throw it out to Warren Murray on first down, who goes to the right side, gets some room, and gets belted on the second defender. There'll be a gain of 7 on that play. A big hit from Derek Meerkat.
Yeah, Murray's dangerous out of the backfield as a receiver. I mean, last 3 games, he's averaged 10 receptions and about 52 yards a game, and that's a lot for a running back.
So on the 7-yard screen, it'll bring up second down. We've got Wigmore under center in a heavy set. And he's going to screen it to Murray again, but he's read in the backfield. Very nicely done by the Minnesota defense. That's a tackle there from Johnny Bravo for a loss of 4.
It looked like they were in a too hard set there, and Johnny Bravo read it perfectly, ran up the seam, and just shut it down in the backfield.
Now looking up to 3rd down and 7. They're going to go 5 wide with Wigmore in the shotgun. Dime package for the Legend. Wigmore to throw it. Going to do a short pass down the middle. It's not enough for the first down, but it will be a completion to the secondary wide receiver, Gus Woods. Going to bring it to the 35, and that's going to be a 3 and out for the Vultures.
Yeah, good coverage downfield, Ethan, but it started up front. The defensive ends, Mello and Meerkat, put some pressure on Wigmore, and Wigmore had to get rid of that ball early. I think he wanted to go a little deeper on that pass.
So a bit of a low snap here from Matty Coffins, the rookie punter. And fair catch will be taken at the 28-yard line. So good defensive hold by the Minnesota defense. And we'll see their offense take the field with the former Fort Worth Toro and Johnny Reno.
And what I'm looking for Minnesota tonight is some consistency in scoring in every quarter. I mean, they score most of their points in the first half, and they go kind of dry in the second half. And against this Baltimore team, that's going to be dangerous.
2 in the back with 3 wide on 1st and 10. With a bit of a nickel pack from Baltimore. Reno in a little bit of trouble. Manages to get away. Heaves it out. And it's caught by Jay Taylor. Gets it up to the 48-yard line. What an incredible catch for 20 yards.
Incredible catch, but also the quarterback, Johnny Reno, that one step gave him just enough time to let Jay Taylor settle in that route and deliver a perfect strike and a first down.
Now they'll go into what I call the Chuck Woolery set, 2 and 2. They'll have one player in the backfield. That might be called, I think that's Colin Hart. Reno going to throw out to Hart, who gets it on the screen. He'll get down to about midfield. That's where he'll get brought down by Ben Stackenpaper. We'll introduce the rest of the Minnesota offense. Johnny Reno, the quarterback. Colin Hart, formerly of Louisiana, is the running back, with rookie Tank Williams, the fullback. Wide receivers are Buchanan Simons, Queeg Mam, Jay Taylor, and Adam Banks. The tight end is Christian Bachagalupi and Jason France. From 2nd and 7, Reno stepping back, throwing to his left. Wide open receiver, caught by Simons. Good for a first down. Dicks it to Baltimore territory to the 41.
Smart play call by Minnesota. In order to get the advantage on that secondary at Baltimore, you're going to have your wide receivers break out of that route early to give them some separation on the sidelines, and we saw a perfect example of that on that last play.
So far, a great job by this Legend offense. They're going to go into a heavy set for first down. Reno to throw it. Quick pass. Left side is completed to Bachagalupi, who gets out of bounds at the 37. That'll be about a 4-yard gain. They're still moving that ball well inside enemy territory.
Yeah, love it when two things. A, when they get the tight end involved in the game, and then the second part, they're throwing to the rookie. Let's see some more of that, Ethan.
Yeah, Christian Bachagalupi, the first-round pick of Minnesota from Tacoma. They'll go to 3 wide here for second down. Reno stepping back, has time in the pocket. Penalty flag on the play. And that will be a takedown, a sack by Joe Duncan. We'll see what the penalty is. This might be going back a little bit further.
Holding, number 35.
It is a defensive holding call, so the sack will go for naught, as the holding call is called against Ben Stackenpaper. So it'll be 5 yards in favor of Minnesota and an automatic first down.
Yeah, I was hesitant to give props to Colin Hart on that play because he was doing some really solid pass blocking there for a halfback, and I was reluctant to say something because I thought it might have been called on him.
So a free 5 and a free first for Minnesota. They'll go to 3 wide with 2 in the backfield for first down. They'll hand it off. Colin Hart cuts to the left side, pulls back into the middle, and going to get wrapped up from behind by, that's number 27, Aitken Finlinson, secondary cornerback for Baltimore, for a gain of 6. We'll enter, 27. That's Marvin Himes of Baltimore. I'm looking at the wrong page, of course. But it's a good gain of 6 yards on the play, and they'll go to a heavy set for 2nd and 4. A lot of players on the line on both sides for this one. Reno looking to throw. He'll go deep to the left side. Wow. It's tipped and intercepted. Picked off the other way, this time by Ben Stackenpaper. And he'll get it up to the 22-yard line, back near to the first down marker for Minnesota. There's the first mistake of the game.
I think a little more loft on that pass, and we might have been looking at 6 points on the board. Looked like it was a little underthrown. Intended receiver, I believe, was Adam Banks on that.
Yeah, it looked like Troy Loshaw managed to get his hand on that pass, deflected away, and that gave Stackenpaper the opportunity to haul it in, and it's Baltimore football once again. So unfortunately, no points on that drive for Minnesota. We'll see how they fare on defense for the second time this game. 3 wide receivers with an offset eye for first down. We got 2 tight ends on the left side on that one. Hand off to Murray, right side. Going to have some room. Get wrapped up and brought down to the 26-yard line. That was Derek Meerkat again making the tackle.
And we talked at the top of the game that Minnesota has a pretty solid defense. I think in order for them to pull out the victory here, they're going to have to hit Jack Moore early and often and keep his jersey dirty all night long.
And they're currently 4th in the league in rushing touchdowns allowed. Murray going to go to the right side again for second down. He'll get the first. He'll get some room and bring it up to the 37-yard line. This will give us time to introduce the rest of the Baltimore offense. Jack Wigmore is the quarterback. Warren Murray here on the replays, the running back. T-Roy Gaines, the fullback. Wide receivers, Ivory Irvin, Daley Holder, and Mac Shima. Tight ends are Lloyd Graham Jr. and the former Atlanta Swarmer, DJ Bandit, who took over for some handsome gentleman. I'm not sure who. But that'll bring up a first down for Baltimore at the 37. Offset I formation. Looks like they flipped the play around this time. Well, Murray going to go to the left side. Get a few yards. Cannot get past that defender, though. Wrapped up by Cody Griffin for a gain of 4.
And not a bad run by Warren Murray, but what stands out to me on this play and as well as the previous play is the blocking for the Baltimore Vultures. Everybody on offense, as soon as that ball goes in the hands of Murray or Gaines, they just put all out on the field and block. And it's very impressive to watch.
3 receivers to the left. Wigmore going to throw that way. It will be completed. And that is Lloyd Graham Jr. Number 87. That's Daley Holder, the wide receiver, making the catch, moving the chains for Baltimore up to the 48 for a first down.
Baltimore likes to lull you to sleep. You know, a couple runs here by the fullback or the halfback, a couple passes out of the backfield and out route, and then they try and, do a fade route deep and try and burn you.
Daley Holder getting that 6-yard gain, moves the chains. They're going to go with twins to the right for first down. They've got, looks like DJ Bandit to the left side. Pass here completed to Lloyd Graham Jr. The other tight end going to the right side for a gain of 6. And we'll take this chance to introduce the Minnesota defense. On the line is Angela Meerkat, Mark Mello, Buster Johnson, alongside Max Knight. Linebackers are BJ Lovelace, Axel Raven, and Juan Mississippi. Cornerbacks are Cody Griffin and Johnny Bravo. Safeties are Rick Evans, Daniel Wright, Tiga Clay, and Derek Meerkat. 2nd and 4, screen pass to Murray. Gets wrapped up right at the line by Axel Raven. Nothing doing on that one. It'll be 3rd and short.
And nice open field tackle there. This is a big 3rd down for the Minnesota defense. They need to stop this drive and get the ball back into the Minnesota offense's hand. They were driving pretty well last possession before they made that mistake.
3rd down and 4, twins to the right, 2 tight ends left. Wigmore to throw, looks for a receiver, and it will be caught. Nice catch from Daley Holder. Nope, it's Lloyd Graham Jr. this time. Now I'm just switching everybody up today. But it's enough for a first down to get it inside the 40.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it was up for grabs in there, and Lloyd Graham just battled for it and used his strength to bring it in.
So now inside the 40, 1st and 10. Wigmore, quick step, throws down the middle. It will be completed. Great catch on that play. That was number 86. Number 88, Mac Chima, making the reception for another first down.
Plenty of options for Jack Wigmore on that play call. They've got the X spot route at the top of the screen, and then it looks like they've got 2 of their wide receivers that are doing routes inside, and both of them at different levels of 10 and 20 yards, and it looked like both of them are open. So Jack Wigmore had his pick between 3.
So a fresh set of downs now back to 2 and 2. It looks like a dime pack for Minnesota. Wigmore on the quick step down the middle. Pass completed. Good for a first down. Brings it up to the 11-yard line. Another good reception from Daley Holder. A little slow to get up on that play, but he's on his feet.
Jack Wigmore gets rid of the ball so quickly. We talked about the Minnesota Legend defense having to cause some turnovers on defense. They're going to have to put extra guys on the line, blitz, bump on the line. It looks like they're doing that here, but they got to get in Wigmore's face.
They're going to rush 6. Pass up the middle. It's good for a touchdown for Baltimore. Mac Chima with the first points of the ball game.
Impressive drive. And they got a little short on some of the run passes, but they kept to their playbook and just, piece by piece drove down the field and put 6 on the board.
And that's really good considering that Minnesota has the top defense in terms of pass touchdowns allowed. They only allowed 7 so far this season. That'll make it number 8. So that's pretty good considering that that's one of the top pass defenses in the SFL.
Baltimore doesn't add a ton of new plays into their playbook each week. They've got a set of passing plays that they run to perfection, so it's really hard to defend against.
And that kick there from Shark Tarkington up and through. That'll make it 7-0 with 2:13 to go here in the first quarter. If you're brand new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. the SFL. We put the fan in fantasy. Kickoff return here from Adam Banks is going to bring it up to the 22-yard line. So this is an opportunity for Minnesota to respond after the Baltimore touchdown with some points of their own.
I think Colin Hart, the halfback for Minnesota, is going to have a big game tonight, whether that's running the ball, catching it out of the backfield. But he's really going to need to step up and play large tonight.
It's going to be difficult to do so. They are the Baltimore defense, third in the SFL in rushing yards allowed on average. Pass here from Marino, thrown away into the cheap seats. Good awareness there, seeing the pressure and just getting rid of that football.
Yeah, exactly. Great awareness. I mean, he does wonders with his footwork back there. He keeps the play alive. That could have turned out to be a sack for, loss of 7, loss of 10, but he was able to just dump it outside and live to play another day.
Sets up 2nd down and 10. They're going to go 3 wide receivers, 2 in the backfield. And looks to be a nickel pack for the Vultures. Reno, quick step, throws to his left. Pass is completed. Good catch there from Adam Banks with the tackle made by Elijah Warfield. Excuse me, it was Simons making that catch. That'll set up 3rd down and 4 with the gain of 6.
Yeah, they had some momentum on their previous possession. They need plays like that, a couple of those in series to build some up here on this possession and maybe get Colin Hart a little fired up out of the backfield.
On 3rd and 4, they're going to go 2 wide receivers with Hart in the backfield. Reno, quick step, throws right, pass completed, good for a 1st down, and that is a beautiful catch from Jay Taylor, bringing it up to the 36 of Minnesota before Stacking Paper brought him down. Prior to getting that interception, we didn't give a chance to do it, so we'll do it now. We'll introduce the Baltimore defense. On the line, Joe Duncan, Al Walker, Nate Brown, and Saron Yates IV. Linebackers are Frank Smith, Alvin Mack, Devin King. Cornerbacks, Enzo Bolt, Marvin Himes, Ben Stacking Paper, and Elijah Warfield. The safeties are Giovanni Bolt and Troy Loshaw. New set of downs from the I formation. They'll hand off to Hart. He gets up the middle. Wow, what a wrap tackle from the defense. Number 36, Troy Loshaw, laying the wood for a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, the safety was creeping up on the line there, reading the running back and just waiting for him at the end of that gap and just said, hello, I'm going to knock you on your butt.
A little bit of forward progress there brings up 2nd down and 9, 3 wide and 2 back. Looks like they might bring some pressure. They will. They rush 5. Only a couple of yards this time for Hart. As they'll bring it up to the 39, sets up 3rd down and 7.
Not a huge run by Hart, but I'm telling you, they got to keep going to that well. I think Hart can break one here eventually, and they just got to get a rhythm going for that halfback.
So it's up to 3rd down and 7. And they're going to go 5 wide with Reno in the shotgun. Dime package for the Vultures. Reno taking the snap. Here comes the pressure. Throw down the middle. It's completed! And good for a 1st down. Caught there from 10. Looks like that's Queeg Mom. It is. For a 1st down inside Baltimore territory.
Johnny Reno just put it only where Mom could catch it. I thought Elijah Warfield, the cornerback for Baltimore, was going to knock that down, or even maybe Giovanni Bolt had great coverage there, but Johnny Reno put it in the only place where Mom could catch it.
Brings the ball inside Baltimore territory for the 2nd time this game, and what looks to be the final play of the 1st quarter. Handoff to Hart is wrapped up by Nate Brown. It will be no gain on the play. And that'll take us to the end of the 1st quarter. We're through 1 here at Northwood Stadium in St. Paul. The Baltimore Vultures lead the Legends 7-0. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on YouTube. We'll flip the fields and be right back. Welcome back to Minnesota, the Legend in Baltimore territory to start the 2nd quarter. Ethan Muslin, Charles Doherty on the call here for you tonight. Minnesota going with twins to the right on an offset eye for 2nd and 10. Reno, quick step, pressure coming, throws to his left, good open receiver, and there's room to run for Jason France. He's up at the 20, down to the 15, to the 12-yard line before Giovanni Bolt manages to wrap him up, and now Minnesota in the Baltimore red zone.
That's the way to get the offense fired up. Plays like that. Jason France with a nice route. Looked like the defense, the linebacker, overcommitted on that pass, and Jason France made him pay with the big gain after catch.
Yeah, I saw Elijah Warfield couldn't make the tackle on that play. Ended up having to go to the second effort for Bolt. But a huge gain on that play from Jason France. Going to make it 1st down and 10 at the 12. Offset I formation, 2 tight ends left, 1 receiver right. I'll hand off to Hart. He goes to the left side, goes to the 10, and that's about all he'll get to. He'll get about to the 11-yard line. They'll credit him with 1 before King made the tackle.
This is a big quarter for Minnesota on offense. They've got to put some points on the board. This whole season, Baltimore has done their best on offense in the second and the fourth quarter, so they can't let Baltimore open the spread here.
2nd down and 9. They're going to go 2 and 2. Hart in the backfield. Reno, quick step, pump fakes, under pressure, penalty marker down. So it will tentatively be a sack at the 19-yard line for a loss of 8. Let's see the call.
Holding, number 48.
It's another defensive holding call.
Wow.
This one against Elijah Warfield. That's another 5 yards and a free 1st down for the legend.
Yeah, that was a big mistake for the Baltimore Vultures there. They covered tight. They go do a lot of man coverage. They do bump on the line, and sometimes they get the upside down end of it from a penalty standpoint.
So now 1st down and goal to go. Reno, deep step, under pressure, steps up, throws to his left. It's caught by Colin Hart, who ends up going nowhere. Just goes back to the 6-yard line, getting wrapped up by Devin King. Bring up 2nd and goal.
Really turning up the pressure, the Baltimore defensive line. They almost got to the quarterback on that previous play with the penalty, but on this one, they broke the offensive line pass protection and almost got into Johnny Reno again.
They're going to go into a heavy set for 2nd and goal. Hart in the backfield. Looks like they got 3 or 4 tight ends. Reno looking, throws to Hart, has room. He's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
And they needed that. Smart play. Everyone was waiting on the line for a run up the middle or maybe a pass to, Jason France again, but they caught him unawares. That little dink pass out to Colin Hart in the flat, and he was untouched into the end zone. Smart play calling by Minnesota.
You saw a couple of tackles over on the left side as well, kind of giving a little bit of a blockade for Colin Hart as he took that screen. Great job by the Minnesota offense to get on the board. And now we will see Mickey Malillo to kick the extra point, the rookie out of Albuquerque. To tie this ball game up, it is up and through. And that'll make it 7-7 with 9:24 to go here in the second quarter. And this is about what we were expecting. We're expecting a bit of a knockdown, drag-out battle with 2 of these top defenses.
Yeah, and I can't overstate how important that score was for Minnesota because Baltimore's like they're relentless. It's like the death by 1,000 cuts. They just keep driving down the field. If you don't keep up with them, you're going to be buried.
And now the kick is away. Irvin going to take it from about the 4. Run it up the middle, and he'll get about 24 yards on the return to bring it up to the Baltimore 28-yard line. The SFL produces over 400 live events each year, but don't miss community content creators and their creations. Catch SFL Nights with AJ Stryker, say it with your chest, around the SFL, and more, covering Season 19 and beyond. To check out archived versions of community shows, visit simulationfl.net and click the logo of your favorite form of SFL entertainment on our homepage. 1st and 10 for Baltimore with the offset eye. They hand off to Murray, right side with room to go. Gets the 1st down toward the 40 and wrapped up down to the 44-yard line before getting tackled by B.J. Lovelace.
A perfect blocking on the edge there for Warren Murray. Just, there's nothing else you can say. I mean, they said it perfectly. Number 37, Meerkat was the only one that had a shot at him once he got past that the line of scrimmage.
Sets it up now to the 44. Fresh set of downs for the Vultures. Going to be a pro set with 1 receiver left. They'll hand it off to T-Roy, who's going to get maybe about a yard. Not much doing on that one, though, as Axel Raven's there to make the stop for second down.
Yeah, that defensive line of Minnesota is going to be tired at the end of the game. I mean, they've got the 1-2 punch on Baltimore. They've got the finesse Murray at 6 foot, 200 pounds, and then they change up the pace and they give it to the 240-pound bull, T-Roy Gaines, right up in the middle and knock you in the face.
Wigmore pump faking, hit as he throws. It's incomplete. Oh, man, BJ Loveless had a chance at it, but nothing doing there as the pressure came from the line.
Yeah, he was a little turned around on that one, but and they need to Minnesota needs a couple of those to drop in their favor in order to get the upper hand in this game.
Yeah, a lot of pressure there, especially from number 97, Buster Johnson, formerly of Jacksonville. Sets up 3rd down and 9. Baltimore with 2-2, dime pack for Minnesota. Wigmore from under center. And a quick step, under a little pressure, and here he goes! Down for a loss of 5, and he gets taken down by Max Knight, the 350-pounder, formerly of Motor City.
Max Knight just abused the offensive line of Baltimore, did that swim move, got into the face of Wigmore, brought him down, but also you have to give credit to the Legends secondary. They were all lined up there at the first down marker trying to break up that all slant route.
So it'll be another punt for Baltimore. We'll see Matty Coffins kick this away. Nice kick there. Adam Banks back to return. He'll take it from the 19. Step forward for a couple of yards. They'll credit him with 4 and mark him out at the 23-yard line. The SFL Weekly Fantasy Contest is officially up and running. Think you can draft the best team every week while staying under the cap? Or maybe you just want to enhance your SFL experience. It's free to play with no season-long commitment, and a new contest opens every week on Tuesday night. Join now and show off your fantasy skills to the rest of the league. You can contact Jack Wall, Stephen Hacker, or Hunter Norwood on the SFL Discord to join today. Minnesota with 1st and 10 with Twins to the left side. Reno stepping back under pressure. Hit as he throws, and it's intercepted! Picked off on one play, and that was Devin King, the linebacker, bringing it back for Baltimore.
Front line of Baltimore really got some pressure with 4 down linemen rush, got into the face of Johnny Reno, and he threw that as he was falling down the ground, and it was basically up for grabs. And nice defense there by Baltimore to get that ball back.
Now getting the ball back in pretty good territory inside Minnesota's 40. They've got an opportunity to take the lead and score some points. Throw set, they'll hand it off to T-Roy Gaines, going up the middle, going to get about 5 on the play. Gets wrapped up down at the 31. Taken down by Derek Meerkat, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you have a fullback that averages 5 yards per carry out of the backfield, that's quite the luxury for an offensive coordinator.
2nd and 5, almost at the 30 of Minnesota. 3 receivers, 2 in the backfield. Wigmore from under center. And a quick step, throws down the middle, tipped up and knocked down by BJ Loveless. He probably could have had a chance at an interception.
Yeah, I'm surprised Wigmore had Ivory Irvin, number 10, open at the top of the screen. I mean, the pocket was there. He had plenty of time. Just got rid of it too early, I think.
Now a 3rd down and 5. Got to get to the 27 or so to move the chains. Wigmore, quick step, throws to his left. Pass completed to Ivory Irving. He goes to the 20 and going to get wrapped down at the 9-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Baltimore.
Wigmore, after that last play, walked up to Irvin and said, "I'll get you on this one." Looked like almost the same route that Irvin ran, and was hit right in stride by Jack Wigmore, past the chains, and now they're threatening to score.
About halfway through this second quarter, still a 7-7 ball game. This has been a nice defensive battle between both these squads. We'll see if the Minnesota defense can hold here. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Wigmore to throw right side. Pass completed to Irvin. He goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Now it's been the Ivory Irvin show the last couple plays. The defense was their coverage was way off the line and just gave Ivory Irvin plenty of room to just kind of walk into the end zone there.
Yeah, nice little wide screen there to over to Irvin, who just all he had to do was just waltz into the end zone, and he had 6 points. So that will give Baltimore the lead by 7, pending the extra point from Shark Tarkington. Pretty solid drive there. Going for about a few minutes on that one.
Yeah, they're really good. I mean, they run. They don't add a whole ton of new plays, like I said, but the ones they have, they run to perfection, and it's really hard to defend against.
Tarkington puts the point up and through. That makes it 14-7 with 6:31 to go here in the second quarter. So it's been a slow, methodical battle between both these squads. We'll see if Minnesota can respond once again with a score of their own. Kick underway from Tarkington. Banks will take it from his goal line. Gonna run it up to the 20. Tried to spin inside, and it'll be about a 23-yard return to bring it up to the 23. So Minnesota now back with the football. Gonna have to really try to avoid getting any more picks. Reno with those 2 now has and compared to the 4 he had last game against Indianapolis, is looking to be at about 26 interceptions on the season. 3 receivers for 1st and 10. Reno handing it off to Hart. He's going to go to the right side, finds a slot, and gets about 2. He gets up to the 25 before he is wrapped up. And let's wrapped up. Couldn't see who it was. There we go. Number 52. That is Parker Shaw, the secondary linebacker.
Yeah, nice patience by Colin Hart. I thought I was going to get brought down in the backfield, but he held out there and was able to get in a couple, maybe 2.
Second down from the 25. 2 receivers for Reno. He'll step back. Plenty of time. Deep ball. Tipped away. And it's incomplete. Oh, good defensive awareness by Jay Taylor to get in there and break up the possible pick.
Yeah, they dodged the bullet on that one. The secondary Baltimore doesn't drop many of those.
Yeah, and they've got to really watch out for those interceptions. Prior to this game, Johnny Reno had 24. It was 22nd in the SFL for interceptions. Really gotta hammer down on that lack of discipline. 5 receivers for 3rd down and 8. From the shotgun, Reno down the middle, complete for a 1st down. Caught there by Adam Banks, gets it up to the 39-yard line, keeps the drive going for Minnesota.
Yeah, impressive play there by Johnny Reno. Looked like they sent the middle linebacker in, Frank Smith, on a blitz, maybe a delayed blitz. Got some pressure in his face, but was able to get rid of the ball to Adam Banks in stride.
Sets up a new set of downs at the 39. Both these squads have been very methodical in their drives. A lot of them taking a few minutes off the clock. 3 receivers on the side. Colin Hart in the back for Reno. They'll throw one down the middle. Caught by France. And brings it to the 46 of Minnesota. Closing in on midfield. Good for a gain of 8.
Minnesota has a decent game plan on offense. They just need to stick to it and don't try and roll the dice too much. They are upside down on the scoreboard, but there's no time for panic and try and push it too deep.
Heavy set for 2nd down and 2. Reno looking, screens it out. Caught by Hart. Good for a 1st down. Crosses midfield. Just barely into Baltimore territory before getting knocked over by Elijah Warfield. It'll be a 1st down for the legend.
Yeah, that's one of the plays that Minnesota has in their playbook that's worked well tonight. So I think we'll be seeing that a couple more times before the end of the game.
Less than 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. I formation for Minnesota. Looks like a bit of a 4-3 setup for Baltimore. Quick trouble for Reno, who throws it away. It's intercepted. Picked away again by Giovanni Bolt. That is Johnny Reno's 3rd pick of the game.
Yeah, I mean, there was pressure up front. They didn't touch Johnny Reno, but it was enough for him to have to throw on. He wasn't, both feet weren't planted. He was moving his feet when he threw. It wasn't an accurate pass, and he paid for it.
Bolt getting another interception here. Still doing very well for himself in the top 10 in the SFL for interceptions. I think this puts him to 8 or 9 now for the season. Wigmore on the quick pass to Murray. It's completed, but he's wrapped up in the backfield. Good stop by the Minnesota defense. Cody Griffin making that play.
Yeah, Cody Griffin was just camped out there on the outside waiting for the swing pass, and his eyes lit up when he saw Murray coming his way.
So a loss of 1 on the play. Going to set up 2nd and 11. They're going to go to a power I formation. 3 in the backfield. Handoff here goes to Murray. He'll get the first down, shakes 1 tackle, and Derek Meerkat helping them make the play. But the ball goes into Minnesota territory on a huge gain. Going to bring up first down at the 42.
Yeah, huge gain is right. Again, good blocking. I think I'm going to be saying that a lot tonight. But Warren Murray quietly has 54 yards. I'm actually surprised he has that much. He just sneaks up on you.
He really does. Just a fantastic gain on that play from Murray. And that's one of the reasons why he's one of the all-time greats. He's currently ranked 3rd all-time in rushing yards and in carries. He's only 4th in total touchdowns scored on the ground. Wigmore under pressure on first down. It's intercepted! There's the first trouble of the game for Baltimore as they give it away to Derek Meerkat.
Meerkat, I mean, that's the type of play on a defense that gets the teams, pumped up and momentum swings to the other side. Let's see if they can build off that. That was a huge play. Minnesota needed it. It looked like they were starting to, get on the wrong side of the momentum curve here, and now they got the ball back and they have to capitalize.
And this is kind of what we were talking about before the game. Minnesota, 21st in the SFL on differential with a -6. This is going to bring it to about a -8 as the run from Colin Hart goes for about 1 yard before getting taken down by King. They bring up 2nd and 9.
That was huge. I mean, I just had the feeling that Baltimore was starting to, to get really solid control of this game, but Meerkat stepped in there and just shut it down. That's great. They needed it bad.
2nd and 9 for Reno. Quick step. A little pressure there as he gets the pass away. Will be caught by Bachagalupi. Gets it for about 7 yards on that play. Going to bring up 3rd down and short.
Reno was on his way down to the ground. That front line of Baltimore has just been in his face all day. I don't know how he was able to get off such an accurate pass to his tight end.
Sets it up at the 36 for 3rd down and 2. 2 receivers to the right. Offset I formation. Looks like they got France on the left side. Hand off to Hart, right side. Gets the first down. He's got room to go. Goes down to the 50. Goes down to the 40. Goes down to the 31-yard line. Gets wrapped up and tackled by Elijah Warfield, who may have just saved a touchdown.
Colin Hart, I said he needed to step up, and so far so good. I mean, that was a really solid run out of the backfield. It looked like Baltimore was expecting a run up the middle. Minnesota surprised them with a stretch run off to the side and really made him pay for it.
That'll take us over to the 2-minute warning. Minnesota near the Baltimore 30. They're hoping to get some scores before the half. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on YouTube. Back at St. Paul with 2 minutes to go. Offset I formation with a tight end flex for Reno. Rolls away in a little bit of trouble. Pass completed. I think it's down to the 27-yard line. There, that's a catch from Tank Williams, the fullback.
It wasn't the prettiest pass, wasn't the prettiest route, but take your hat off for Tank Williams there. Showed some pretty good physicality there, catching the ball, able to turn up quickly and get a positive gain.
And Minnesota doing very well with their clock management here. They've got all 3 timeouts, plenty of time on their side here. Just inside the 30. 2nd down and 6 from the pistol set. Reno, deep ball down the middle, nearly intercepted. Oh, that almost got picked away. That was number 36 of Baltimore, Troy Loshaw, with the near pick.
Yeah, Johnny Reno has to walk up to Jason France and high-five him for helping on that one, because he really got in the face. And I think he even almost tackled the defender to keep that ball from being an interception.
He absolutely did on that play. Now 3rd down and 6, 2 in the back, 3 on the wide. Nickel package for Baltimore. Reno, quick step, throws down the middle. Pass completed for a first down. Buchanan Simons gets it in the red zone.
That's, not the sexiest play in their arsenal, but I think, they need to realize plays like that are very effective. Stop going deep on those routes to the safeties because they're going to make you pay. But they've been executing very nicely on the medium routes and the short routes all day.
Now 1 minute to go here in the half. Reno from the pistol once again. 2 receivers, 2 in the backfield. And a quick step, throw right. Pass completed into the side of the 15 to the 14-yard line. That catch from number 88, or was that 87? I can't read it real quickly. Reno throwing again on second down. Pass completed. This one to Simons, and they'll say he got the first down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal to go for Minnesota.
I think he could have even, if he got that ball a little earlier, he might have been able to get a little closer to the goal line there. But, I mean, that was a really good play. Smart play call. The defense was given a lot of cushion there off the line, and Minnesota made him pay with that out route.
Stops the clock with 40 seconds to go, so 3 or 4 chances for Minnesota to score here in the end zone. 1st and goal for the offset I formation, 1 receiver right. Reno, quick step, throwing to the right side, wide open, and into the end zone! Touchdown, Buchanan Simons!
That's 2 great route runs by Simons in the last 2 plays. I actually thought he stepped out of bounds before he went in the end zone, but it was hard for me to see because it was entirely on the other side of the field. But this is what Minnesota needed to do, and I think it got started with that interception by Meerkat, and then coupled with the run by Hart and a couple great routes run by Simons.
By the looks of it, I think the ball crossed the plane before he stepped out of bounds, so that will be a touchdown. Now Mickey Melillo to kick the extra point to tie this ball game at 14. You got everyone in the Baltimore chat demanding a review. I don't blame you on that. But the kick is up and through. Makes it a 14-point game with 36 seconds to go. We are tied up. This has been a good battle between both these squads.
Yeah, great. I mean, hats off to Minnesota. I mean, this is Baltimore is, they do what they do. So no surprise there, but Minnesota is really stepping up on all 3 sides of the 3 aspects of the game.
And the benefit is Minnesota will get the ball to start the second half. We're going to bring this out to the 30. Stays on his feet. He's up to the 40.
Wow.
And that's where he'll get wrapped up. He almost went through that pile of special teams. Really pulled off a fantastic run.
Ray Matson saved the day there, because if he would have got past him, it would have been all open all the way to the end zone.
And you can see here he managed to sweep through and ended up getting about a 35-yard return on the play.
Ooh.
So Baltimore has all 3 timeouts and 30 seconds to go. They have an opportunity to get some points before they have to give the ball back to Minnesota to start the second half. We'll start with 2 tight ends left, 1 receiver right for first down. Handing it off to T-Roy. He'll get a few yards on the play. And they're going to rush back to the line on the gain of 7 from T-Roy. 20 seconds to go now. 2nd down and 3. Hand off to T-Roy again. He gets men at the line. No gain on that one. Good stop on that play from B.J. Loveless. Sets up 3rd and 3 with 10 seconds. And another stop from Loveless. Stops the play, stops the drive, and stops the half for Baltimore as we are going to go into the tunnel. Tied up at 14. A good battle here at Northwood Stadium in St. Paul, Minnesota. Minnesota gets the ball to start the second half. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music, here on YouTube, and the second half will get started right now. Here in St. Paul, Minnesota, Ethan Muslin and Charles Doherty on the call tonight. A great game between both these squads. The champs tied up with the expansion legend, 14-all, and Minnesota gets the ball to start the second half. Banks going to take it from the goal line, brings it up to the 20, up to the 23-yard line. So you have to imagine Minnesota must be feeling good after getting that final stand at the end of the half.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I think they played a heck of a first half, and they have to do more of that. And I think, unfortunately, I think they're even going to have to raise their level a little higher, because Baltimore is really a strong second half team.
Going to go with twins to the right on an offset I formation for 1st and 10. And off to Hart is met immediately after getting the ball wrapped up by Al Walker. It's a loss of 4 on the play.
Yeah, that's a nightmare for any running back when you see Al Walker, number 93, standing there grinning in your face right when you get the handoff.
Yeah, Al Walker's currently in the top 10 in the SFL for tackles for loss with 13. That one going to bring him up to 14, keeping himself in the top 10. 3 receivers right for 2nd and 14. Reno from the long set. Oh, and it's intercepted! Picked off by Troy Loshaw. And that was what we were worried about with Minnesota's passing game. Those interceptions really coming back to bite them.
Yeah, he had an interception last game, 59 for his career, number 10th, I think, overall. But I mean, that's the worst thing that could possibly happen to Minnesota after coming off that great first half was to make a mistake so early in the second half.
That marks the 3rd interception of the game for Johnny Reno. Brings him to 27 so far this season. Comparing that to the 14 touchdowns he now has. Wigmore going to the end zone, bobbled away, incomplete. A lot of pressure there from the Minnesota defense getting in the way of the receiver.
Yeah, I'll say pressure on the line and in the secondary as well. I mean, that was a very solid executed play by Minnesota on that.
Now 2nd down and 10 from the 14. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Looks like they've got Murray in the backfield for this one. Wigmore from under center. Stepping back, plenty of time. Heaving one to the end zone. It's intercepted and it's a touchback. Derek Meerkat picking it away.
Another big play by Meerkat. And I just like the last play. The line and the secondary just played perfectly. They didn't touch Wigmore, but they got in his face and made him make a quick decision. And that quick decision was not the best one. And now we've got the ball in Minnesota's hands, and they've recovered from that early mistake.
So that mistake from Minnesota resulting in no points for Baltimore, effectively back to square one with a minute gone here in the 3rd. Reno stepping back, going to throw left. Oh, tipped away, incomplete. And Elijah Warfield getting his hands on that one.
Yeah, they were lucky there. I mean, half a second, and Warfield would have been able to turn around. And if he was, that would have been lights out and seven points on the board for Baltimore.
Yeah, you got to be real careful. This Baltimore defense, 2nd in the SFL in interceptions, 1st in the league.
Double coverage right there. I mean,
sixes.
that was not the smartest pass. I mean, Ethan, they had the wide receiver blanketed.
Yeah, this Baltimore passing defense is one of the best in the league. You got to really be careful when you're throwing that ball because if you make a slight mistake, it's a big risk of going back. 2nd down and 10. 3 receivers, 2 in the back. They're going to hand off to Hart. Goes up the middle. Going to get a few yards on the play. Going to get wrapped up and brought down. Looks like that was Devin King making that stop. They'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, to your point earlier, I mean, the defense of Baltimore, they're so aggressive. They play a ton of man-to-man, and they just dare you to try and beat them, and it's tough to do.
Reno in the shotgun with 2 and 2 for 3rd down. Pump fakes. Going to heave it down the middle. Pass completed through the coverage. Jay Taylor making the grab, and it's a 20-yard gain for 1st down.
Well, that's how you do it. A great route run by Jay Taylor, and just had a very small opening, and Johnny Reno was able to get rid of it and put it in there before the defender was able to adjust.
A great, crucial 3rd down conversion by Minnesota. Brings it up to the 43 after that 20-yard pass to Jay Taylor. 1st and 10. 2 tight ends right. 1 receiver each side. Hart in the backfield. From the snap, Reno. Quick step. Throws it complete to Simons, who's going to get 4 on the play, closing into that midfield stripe.
Yeah, I think they need to mix it up a little bit here, Ethan. They're throwing it a lot, and we can't forget Colin Hart out there.
You can't forget Colin Hart, but don't forget the Baltimore defense is 1st in the league in rushing touchdowns allowed, 3rd in the league in average rushing yards allowed. So it's a tough rushing defense as well. Reno gonna heave one here down the middle, incomplete. Oh, into a little bit of double coverage there intended for Simons. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, I mean, the big reason why you want to get the running back involved is you don't want to be one-dimensional. And you've got a 9-year vet in Colin Hart back there in the backfield. So I think if you give him repetitions, like we said, like we saw in the first half, he's going to break a long one like he showed us there late in the second quarter.
And I think that's maybe where they're going after, because the pass defense compared to the rush defense of Baltimore is a little more vulnerable in that aspect. 3rd down and 6 from the shotgun. Reno with time. Going to float out for the first down. Gets it down into Baltimore territory. Beautiful pass to Quig Mom. Another big 3rd down conversion from him.
And sweet pass by Johnny Reno there. Plenty of time to go through his progressions, and nice route run by Mam as well. But really, Johnny Reno needs to be able to have that type of game here in the second half.
Gonna have to really buckle down on those throws. Make sure you don't give another one away, and add to the turnover differential. They're already at -9. 1st and 10 from the 40. Tight end flex to the right. Quick pass.
No.
Oh, nearly intercepted
Wow.
again by Alvin Mack. Oh, the nice attempt on the quick play, but Alvin Mack was just right there to bring it down.
Yeah, he got a pass deflection on that one, but I'm sure he's kicking himself because that was wide open. He would have been untouched into the end zone.
With 8:09 to go here in the 3rd, still knotted up at 14. 2nd down and 10. Heavy set from the 40. Hart in the backfield. Stepping back, screens for Hart is complete. He's got blockers. He's got the first down. He's going to go down to the 20, to the 17-yard line. That screen pass worked beautifully.
Yep. Again, I said that we were going to see it again, and just keep going to it because Baltimore hasn't shown the ability to stop it.
You saw there 77 and 67 of Minnesota. That's Forson Washington, the tackle, and Willow Wabasha, the guard, respectively, going into that screen set, putting up beautiful blocks to give Hart that passing play. Brings it up into the red zone. 1st down from the 17. 2 receivers, 1 tight end left. 1 tight end right. Reno, quick pass. Down for a 1st down, and that's Jason France with another reception. Brings it to 1st and goal to go at the 6.
I mean, they're starting to fire on all cylinders, the Minnesota offense. I think it would be interesting to see how successful a little bit of hurry up would be, because it looks like they've got Baltimore on their heels a bit. And if they would have, for instance, that one swing pass, if they would have ran that at least another time in quick succession, I think they would have had another big game.
Going to go into the power I formation for this one. 1st down and goal. Reno going to screen it out to Hart. He's got room. Can he get in? He will! Touchdown, Minnesota! They take the lead.
Hats off to the offensive coordinator of Minnesota. That was perfect play calling there. Got Colin Hart involved. I don't care if he runs it. I don't care if he catches it. I don't care if he kicks it. Just, you got to get Hart involved. He's shown an ability, 9 seasons to get points on the board.
And you saw there a little bit of a block from Birch McGregor, the right tackle, getting in on that screen action fun to help Hart get into the end zone. Great job by the Minnesota line to get out onto that route and give Colin Hart the blocks he needs on those screen passes. Mickey Melillo to kick the extra point here to make it a 7-point ball game. It is up, and it is through. Minnesota has the lead, 21-14, with 7:02 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for information about the league and its 28 teams, all the places you can watch live games, plus links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. Irving going to take this at about the 5. He's going to run up to the left side, gets to the 30, stays on his feet to the 35, and wrapped up to the 38-yard line. Another big run from Ivory Irvin for 33 yards.
Damon Morehouse, the halfback, not Damon Morehouse, Brandon Kidd, the inside linebacker for Minnesota, and I believe another guy on special teams just saved the day on that run. I thought that was going to be a pretty big return.
Irvin's been doing pretty well in putting up some big returns, getting into some pretty decent territory for Baltimore. Just have to see if they can make good with it. Hand off to Murray on first down, right side. He's got room to go. Going to get wrapped up from behind by Axel Raven. It's going to end up being a gain of 6.
Wow. I mean, that was it was a very subtle move by Murray out of the backfield there. I think it was a defensive end that was starting to come around the outside of the tackle and reach the hand out to try and grab Murray, and he just did a little juke move, blew right by him.
Gain of 6 there from Murray. They're going to go to the power eye for second down. Hand off to Murray again. He's going to try to go left, but cannot go anywhere. He's brought down by Max Knight, the 350-pounder. And that's a loss on the play. Going to bring up third down and 7.
That is a very large man out there, 6'5", 350. That's got to hurt when he lands on top of you.
Third down and 7. Wigmore's going to have 5 wide, 3 to the right from the shotgun. Dime package for Minnesota. Bit of a high snap. We're going to unleash one out, and it will be caught. Taken down inside Minnesota territory, and a big catch on that play from Mac Chima.
Yeah, Mac Chima just got behind the strong safety on coverage and just made him pay for it. Look, you can see there, Meerkat was trying to adjust and close the distance, but wasn't quick enough, and Mac Chima got that for a huge gain.
Huge gain on that play, brings it to the Minnesota 33-yard line, and they're going to go back to the 5-wide set. They're going to flip the formation, though. Wigmore in the shotgun. Has some time to throw. Going to heave one down the middle again. That one nearly intercepted. Nearly picked off by Daniel Wright, but it'll fall incomplete.
Yeah, but we're at the time, the part of the game, Ethan, where Minnesota needs to convert that into an interception. If they want to win this one, they're going to have to capitalize on plays like that.
Sets up second down and 10. Wigmore's going to go under center with 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left, with Murray in the backfield. Nickel pack for Minnesota. Wigmore, quick step, throws left, pass completed, and brought down. That is Derek Daly Holder getting the gain of 7. Going to set up 3rd and 3 now from the 26.
Yeah, they got to hold him here on 3rd. Got to get them to force him to do a field goal, or we'll get a turnover here.
Yeah, this would be a big one. Otherwise, more than likely, Baltimore is going to end up in the red zone. Pistol formation with 2 receivers. 1 tight end to the right side. Pressure shown from Minnesota. And they're going to rush 4. Wigmore throws right. It will be caught for a first down. And out of bounds goes Mac Chima at the 20-yard line. First down at the red zone.
Mac Chima, I mean, it's so impressive watching these wide receivers for Baltimore run those routes. I mean, he was dancing short of the first down, but just at the last second, takes 1 step over, and the ball's delivered perfectly for the first down.
Now, first down and 10. 3 receivers, 2 in the back. Looks like there's 5 on the line. They'll rush 3 for Minnesota. Pass up the middle is caught. Mac Chima getting another reception. This one going for about 14 yards. Sets up first down and goal at the 6.
And this is the most dangerous place for the defense of Minnesota. I mean, there's so many things in the Baltimore bag of tricks here. They can hit them with the swing pass. They've got gains up the middle, Murray off the edge. You know, it's like pick your poison.
And looks like they're going to set up with an offset eye. 3 wide receivers. This could go in any old way on this one. Wigmore handing it off to Murray. He's caught in the backfield, sheds the tackle, turns it into positive yardage. Oh, wow. I thought Angela Meerkat had him for sure, but Johnson there to make the play for a gain of 1.
Hey, I know she wanted to tackle him, but she held on long enough to get some help from the cavalry to keep him from running into the end zone. So, you know, she did what she needed to do.
Second down and 5. Wigmore, quick step, throws out to Murray. It's completed and stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll call it no gain on the play. Nice stop there from the Minnesota defense to set up 3rd and goal.
Yeah, the strong safety, Tega Clay, had some afterburners on that one and closed down quickly. Pretty quick for that rookie.
Yeah, the 3rd-round pick out of Tacoma doing a nice job holding the line so far. 3rd down and goal. Looks like they're going to go for the end zone here. 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. With the nickel pack. Takes the handoff from Wigmore. Throws to the end zone. No, it's incomplete. He caught it out of bounds. Daly Holder did not hold on to that thing inside the white lines. And that'll bring out Shark Tarkington to kick the field goal.
Yeah, that was almost. Held him to 3, though, so Minnesota walks away with, it's not perfect, but 3 is a heck of a lot better than 7.
It'll make it a 4-point game for Minnesota with the Tarkington kick. This will be effectively a field goal from about 22 yards. The kick is up, and it is through. 21-17 now with just about 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The SFL Network is coming to the ESTV Plus app. 24/7 SFL programming will include content created by the community, the SFL's greatest games from the archives, exclusive network content, and live SFL regular season games. Download the ESTV Plus app on your Android or iPhone, or on your TV through Roku, Amazon Fire, Vizio, and more. The SFL Network, where SFL creators come together. This one's going to be taken at about the goal line, and it's to be about a 22-yard return for Banks. So Minnesota holding on to a 4-point lead. They're going to hopefully try to extend it as we get to the last few minutes of the third quarter.
I mean, they've been playing really well. I mean, they're hanging on to the league barely there, but this is probably one of the best games I think Minnesota's played this season.
It's been a fantastic game so far, and they've had a lot of close ones, both in the win and loss column. Reno has plenty of time under pressure, cannot get away this time. That'll be a loss of 8 on that play with Al Walker making the sack.
Yeah, they to your point, I mean, the third quarter is a drought for them. They've scored 1 touchdown in 8 games in the third quarter. Not counting tonight. So, I mean, I think they're playing really, really well.
Yeah, and then kind of going back to how they've been doing this season, a lot of their games, the wins and losses have been within a score. Reno on the screen to Hart. Going to get some positive yardage out of this. He'll get it up to the 16-yard line before he gets knocked down for 3rd down and 15. Looking at the scores from Minnesota the last few weeks, they beat Indianapolis by 5. They lost to Carolina by 3. They lost to Tulsa by 7. They lost them by 13. Lost to London by 10. Beat Motor City by 3. Lost to Sioux Falls by 2. So there's been a lot of games where Minnesota could have been a coin flip away from getting a win. Reno, with plenty of time, going to give this away for a few more yards. Gets it back to the original line of scrimmage with the catch to Jay Taylor, but that'll be a 3-and-out for the Legend.
Yeah, that's definitely not what they needed, and really the pressure's on the defense of Minnesota. They got to keep Baltimore off the scoring board.
This will bring out the punt unit led by Ryan Platt. I believe this is the first time we've seen him all game. And we will boot this away. Catch made by Ivory Irvin. Going to bring it up to the 50 and inside Minnesota territory to the 48-yard line. I think we might have a bit of an infraction here.
Clipping, number 27, defense.
And it is a clipping call on the Vultures during the return. So that will put them 15 yards back. Himes the one making the violation on that one. So what looked to be pretty decent territory for Baltimore, they're going to be back in their own. So that'll set up 1st and 10 here at the Baltimore 34-yard line. They'll set up with an offset I formation, 2 receivers. Looks like they got 1 tight end to the left. Hand off to Murray, who's caught in the backfield. Gets some assistance on that play from the defense. BJ Loveless the first to wrap him up, but then Angela Meerkat there to help save the day.
Yeah, that's some big-time defense there by Minnesota. They need that. They're pumped up. They got to keep that fire going, man.
So now 2nd down from the loss of 3. Just inside the 31-yard line. 2 receivers, 1 in the back. Wigmore stepping back, stepping up. Laterals it a bit to the left to Murray. So it'll be a catch but if he only get a gain of 1 on that one, that was a bit of a wonky play there from Baltimore.
Yeah, that was wonky. I mean, he should have just thrown it away. Wound up getting a slight loss on that play.
Oh, if anything, Wigmore could have also just ran ahead for a few more yards since he was going forward. At least get a few extra.
The defenses are hitting. I wouldn't recommend any quarterback running tonight.
That's fair. A little pressure here, and Wigmore goes down. That's the second time this game, the 5th all-time this season, and that's a big sack from Mark Mello.
That's a huge sack by Mark Mello. The defense needed it there. I told you they're fired up, and man, when you see guys like Mark Mello, number 99, out there balling and bringing down Jack Wigmore. I mean, Jack Wigmore doesn't get brought down a lot. I mean, like 3 times all season, so that's huge for the defense of Minnesota.
Yeah, that is sack number 5 on Wigmore for this season, forcing the punt from Matty Coffins. So with big 3 and out from Baltimore, is this ball going to be taken at the 37 up to the 39-yard line, a couple of yards on the return. And that's going to bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Time to go to April 12th, 1986 in the chat, folks. We got 1 quarter to play, and Minnesota's on top, 21-17. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music on YouTube. Let's flip the field. Start of the 4th quarter here in St. Paul, Minnesota. Ethan Muslin, Charles Doherty on the call today. Minnesota currently leading Baltimore 21-17. With 11 minutes to go in the game. 5 wide for Reno. Under pressure. Going to throw up the middle. And a big catch there from Buchanan Simons.
Wow.
Going to bring it out to the Baltimore 47. And a huge gain of 13.
Yeah, huge gain is right. I mean, very small window for Buchanan Simons, but as soon as he turned around, the ball was waiting for him. A good pass. Another good pass tonight by Johnny Reno.
And it looked like Elijah Warfield might have gotten a bit juked on that stutter step, and that gave the opening for Simons to get that catch. Sets up the first down inside Baltimore territory at the 47. I formation, 2 receivers. 1 tight end to the right side. I'll hand off to Hart, who's going to go up the middle.
There we go.
And get about 3 yards on the play. We'll set up second down at the 44.
I mean, it sounds basic, but I think the best thing for Minnesota is do not give the ball to Baltimore. That's the worst thing to happen. This is their best quarter. Baltimore's best quarter on offense is the 4th.
They're going to go I formation again here on second down. A lot of pressure. Free play here on the offsides. Caught by Hart. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that ain't going to do anything with Joe Duncan going off sides. That'll be your free 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction, number 92, defense.
And it is indeed on Duncan, so that'll be free 5 for Minnesota. Keeps the down in their favor. Bit of an early jump there from Joe's part.
He was hungry. he was
You
hungry.
can't blame him on that.
Yeah, no, not at all.
So it will still be second down. It'll be second down and 2 now at the 39-yard line. And they're going to go into a heavy formation here. Hard in the backfield. We know to throw. Caught by Hard on the screen. He'll get the first down. Gets up to about the 36-yard line for a gain of 3. Keeps the drive in Minnesota's favor.
I think every time they've run that play tonight, they got a first down.
They've been very successful on that screen formation. They've been doing fantastically on it. Led to that big gain from Hart on that led up to the touchdown. It's been very good in their repertoire. Reno to throw on first down. Another screen to Hart. This one a little too powerful. Forced Hart out of bounds for a loss of 3.
Yeah, the key on those routes is you got to get it out of your hands early so you allow the running back time to turn upfield, and it just took way too long to develop.
Yeah, and I think that took a little too long, and that throw might have been a little too hard. It ended up forcing Hart to go out of bounds with his momentum. It brings up second down and 13 from the 39. I formation here, 1 tight end right. Reno, quick pass, going to go to the right side. France has it, gets the first down, and brings it up to the 25-yard line, a gain of 14 yards.
Looks like the wide on that play, the wide receiver and the tight end. It's like they did the crossing route, and they got the defense a little overcommitted on the wide receiver, and that allowed Jason France with time to catch the ball and turn upfield for a good gain.
And you saw there, he also took down the first defender after the contact. He's been doing pretty well for himself today. You see there the second half stats from Johnny Reno. 12-16 for 113.
Turn it up, turn it up.
Aren't going to roll to the right side. He'll get about 3 or 2 yards on the play. Going to get wrapped up by Joe Duncan amongst others for second down.
It's I've said it before, Ethan. It's not sexy play calling by Minnesota, but it's smart as heck. I mean, they're being very conservative to moderate, and I think that's about as much as they want to do to drive down the field. They've shown the ability to do it. They don't want to roll the dice.
What they really need to do is make sure that they give Baltimore as little time as possible to get back here. Reno on the throw, caught to the left side, good for another catch and another first down. Adam Banks making the reception down to the 14-yard line, another gain of 8.
Yeah, another example of good play calling, conservative route, but allowing the wide receivers, once you give them the ball, nice placement by Johnny Reno, allowing the receivers the time to catch the ball and turn upfield for a positive gain.
2-2 for Reno here against the dime, throwing down the middle. It's caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, wow. Minnesota, and it's Quig Mom, the rookie, getting his first score.
This was a picture-perfect series for Minnesota. No mistakes. Great play calling and play execution by Johnny Reno. The offensive line gave plenty of time for Johnny to go through his progressions, and the wide receivers, man, once you gave them the ball, they made the Baltimore defense pay.
Congratulations, Quig Mom, on getting your first ever SFL touchdown with Minnesota. Well deserved, my friend. This will set up the kick for Mickey Melillo. You see there the drive going 9 plays, 61 yards, culminating in that 14-yard touchdown. Kick is up and through. Now 28-17, Minnesota leading the champs with 7:13 to go in the fourth quarter. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. We're going to take this one at about the 5, get some coverage on the left side, and he'll get to the 28, about a 23-yard return on that play. Baltimore now a bit behind the 8 ball here, now down 11 with about 7 minutes to go.
If there's one team in this league that can catch up, it's Baltimore. I mean, what are they on, a 13-game winning streak? I mean, this is pretty huge to be down by 11, but I think they've got the tools to be able to come back.
Yeah, the last loss Baltimore had was against Arizona last season in Week 13. Ever since then, they have been winning. And yeah, you're absolutely right. They're on a 13-game winning streak as that catch from Holder, good for a gain of 5.
Let's go.
I mean, Baltimore is not known to be a quick strike offense. I mean, but they're very methodical. So the time is not their friend here. And they're, like you see right here, case in point, lining up in power.
Wigmore going to step back, throws to Murray, completed, good for a first down, cuts back inside, going to get to the 39-yard line before getting run down by Johnny Bravo. Moves the sticks, though, for Baltimore as they keep the ball in their hands.
Yeah, the defense of Minnesota's got to keep the offense in front of them. They'll give up a couple yards here and there, let them take time off the clock.
Back into the heavy set. Wigmore to throw. Back to Murray. Gets a block. Oh, but he gets caught behind the line.
Wow.
Nice awareness by the defense. That was both Buster Johnson and Angela Meerkat making that play. That's a loss of 2.
Nice hustle. And you got your defensive tackle and your defensive end out on the edge where you normally see the linebackers and the safeties making tackles.
Now 2nd down and long, closing in on about halfway through the fourth quarter. Offset I formation with 2 wide receivers. Minnesota showing some pressure. They're going to rush 4. Wigmore stepping back big time. Going to heave one down the field. And it's caught wide open. And it's Max Chima for the touchdown. down.
Wow. And Mac Chima had just enough of a burst to get behind Johnny Bravo, the cornerback for the Minnesota Legend, and perfect pass, perfect strike by, Jack Wigmore. Caught it in stride and was just, straight into the end zone.
Unbelievable reception. Getting the score for Baltimore, and they answered from that 11-point deficit now to bring it within 5. And they'll bring out Shark Tarkington to hopefully get it back to 4 points.
Yeah, they heard me say the quick strike part, and they made me eat my words on that one.
Tarkington to set up for the extra point. That is up, and it is good. Now makes it 28-24. With just a hair over 5.5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Now, you got to think Minnesota's biggest enemy right now is not just Baltimore, but also the clock.
Well, I'd also say their head. I mean, they can't panic. They gotta, they know what's effective tonight. They just need to stick to it, execute, don't make any mistakes. Now's the time when they start thinking about, hey, we can potentially beat the champion here.
Banks going to take it from the goal line, get some coverage to the left side, and he'll get up to the 26-yard line. Coverage of the Simulation Football League on Next Level Sports will continue Saturday at 6:30 Eastern in Buffalo, where the Queen City Corsairs will host the LA Lycans in a matchup between two teams on the cusp of the postseason. Sunday at 8:45 Eastern, Fort Worth and Mexico City will fight for the lead in the South Division. Live look-ins will include Denver, Houston, and Florida, Arizona. For a channel guide and more information about NXT, visit NLSE.com. Reno on the throw here for first down. Gets some good catching from Simons. A little bit of double coverage there. Gets the gain of 8.
A nice conservative route there. I think right now, though, Colin Hart is your friend for the Minnesota Legend offense. Don't forget that man.
Yeah, you don't want to forget about that. And you want to make sure you want to keep that clock running, give Baltimore as little time as possible to mount that comeback. 2nd down and 2. Reno looking, throws left, pass completed. That's Bacciagalupi, the tight end. Gets to the 40, down to the 42-yard line. A beautiful gain on that one. Looks like to be about a gain of 8.
Yeah, the rookie's out there doing spin moves like Colin Hart.
You see Reno here for the second half, 144 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick in the second half. Far better than how he's been doing in the first half, so great adjustments by Reno here in the second half. Heavy set for first down. Reno to pass, screen out to Hart. It's complete. Can't get the blockers out this time, unfortunately, but he'll end up getting a gain of 3 before he is brought down. And looks like that might have been Alvin Mack making that play.
Yeah, this is the first time that they had a lock on it, the Baltimore defense. But they, like you said, a couple yards gain, and even more importantly, the clock's ticking.
Now down to less than 4 minutes to go. Minnesota still holding on to a 4-point lead. They'd like to make it at least 7. Heavy set here for 2nd down. Reno looking, screens to Hart, has the pass, gets some room. 1st down and a little bit more. Going to bring it up to the 47-yard line. Another gain of 8 yards for Colin Hart.
Yeah, that very smart. Again, a tip of the cap to the Minnesota Legend offensive coordinator. He flipped the offensive play there. They did that swing pass to the side of the field where there was more space and allowed Colin Hart to be able to adjust and get upfield and get a really good gain.
There's Reno's current stats for the day. 329 yards passing. Against a top 10 pass defense here in the SFL. He's been doing fantastic. 1st and 10 again with a heavy formation. Now with 3:15 to go, they're letting that clock run down. Reno with the pump fake, screens to Hart. Gonna get a block, gonna get some room to run, and he'll get a gain of 4 as he's wrapped up at the 43-yard line. Troy Loshaw and Elijah Warfield there to make the stop.
Yeah, Hart. It was interesting. Hart kind of stopped there all night. We've been seeing him do the full route to the sideline. He just stopped there right off the edge.
Now 2nd down and 6. Twins to the right side. They got France over to the left, a tight end on an offset eye. Hand off to Hart. Going to get wrapped up right in the backfield. That's going to be a loss about 2 or 3 yards on the play. Nice stop from Alvin Mack. Brings up third down.
Yeah, just let it run to the 2-minute mark, and this is a big third down. I mean, they've been running routes all night. I hope they don't snap it here, but they've been running routes all night to right at the edge of the first down marker. Let's see if they do it on this play.
They're going to go for 3 wide receivers, 2 in the backfield. Looks like they might go for the snap. 2:10 to go now. Still waiting for it to run. They will snap it. Hand off up the middle to Tank Williams. Nothing doing on that one. Hart was the one making the run on that. No gain on the play. So to bring up fourth down for Minnesota, but it brings us to the 2-minute warning. There are 2 minutes left in St. Paul, Minnesota, and the Legend are looking to dethrone the champs of the undefeated Smart. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube. Don't want to miss the end of this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm scratching my head why they didn't just let it go down to the 2-minute mark. I mean, it's only a couple seconds there, but still.
So Ryan Platt to punt this away, hoping to get a good coffin kick and pin Baltimore down. Bit of a side snap, gets the kick away, and they'll let this one go. It's going to roll down to about the 5, the 4, and they'll mark it down at the 5-yard line. Great punt there from Platt. A 40-yard kick pins Baltimore at the 5.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better punt from Platt on that play. Baltimore is pinned deep, but I think they have a full complement of timeouts, and a minute 50 is ages.
In football, a minute 50 could go on for an hour. You never know in this sort of situation. First down for Wigmore, throwing up to the left side, complete to Holder. It goes out of bounds for a gain of 5. Going to bring it up to the 9-yard line. Just a little bit of context here for the 2-minute drill. The last scoring drive that Baltimore had that went 73 yards, it went 1 minute and 30 seconds. So it is it's entirely possible for them to seal the win with zeros on the clock. Second down and 5. 3 wide receivers, 2 in the back. Nickel package for Minnesota. Wigmore throwing down the middle. Pass completed and contact made at the 25-yard line. That's good for a first down. Nice catch from Mac Chima. And they're going to go into a no-huddle offense. Wigmore again going to throw. Pass completed again to Mac Chima, who gets up to the 41. Moving the chains once again. Another first down. Wigmore throws to the left side this time. Complete to Irvin, who will go out of bounds for a 5-yard gain. That stops the clock with about 1 minute and 20 to go.
Yeah, they're running the 2-minute drill here perfectly. I mean, they caught Minnesota in a bad personnel, bad coverage set, and they just made them pay with a couple passes down the middle into that the seam in the bubble.
Stops the clock with 1 minute 20 to go. Second down and 5. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Wigmore with under center. Quick step. Looking to throw to his right. It'll be completed to Irvin, who's still on his feet at the 30 and gets out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Huge gain on that play with Meerkat making the tackle.
Yeah, that's just insane. The yard after catch is just insane. Somebody's got to stop that guy.
Well, the Minnesota defense really needs to step up here and prevent a touchdown. Otherwise, they're going to be behind the 8 ball, down by 3, possibly down by 4 if Baltimore goes for 2. First and 10 from the 26 with 1 minute 13 left. Wigmore stepping back, steps up, throws, tipped away, incomplete. B.J. Lovelace got his hands on, that was number 58 of Minnesota. That's Juan Mississippi, formerly of Denver, who got his hands on it.
Yeah, I mean, again, just like we talked about on the Baltimore side, if the body was turned around a little bit, I think that would have been an interception, and we would have had game over.
Stops the clock, though, with 1 minute 9 to go. Now second down and 10. 3 receivers, 2 backs. Wigmore again under center. Quick step. And he's brought down by a sack. That'll force a timeout from Baltimore. Max Knight, the big guy, once again getting the big heavy load.
Yeah, that was a huge play. Forced them to use a timeout and just able to get through that offensive line so quickly. For a big man like that, he moves like a halfback.
So it stops the clock with 1 minute 6 to go. Baltimore needs to convert here. They got to get to the 16-yard line. Wigmore in the shotgun with 5 wide, 3 to the left. Gonna step back, throws to the left side, tipped away, incomplete. Ivory Irvin, the intended target, but a great defensive stand by the Minnesota defense. Cody Griffin knocked that ball away.
I mean, that was great defense because I would say 9 times out of 10, the wide receiver for Baltimore comes down with it because, again, that's another route that they run all the time, and you always see him catch him, especially late in the game, but not that time.
So this is crucial. 4th and 14. Baltimore needs to convert to get into this, but they're going to swing it out to... Oh, no! Swing it out, and it doesn't work! They go out of bounds. It's a turnover on downs. Minnesota is a minute away from clinching this game, but Baltimore still has a couple timeouts left.
Yeah, the defense, they saw they were going to run that all slants in the middle. They had the zone in the middle of the field, and Wigmore didn't have any other option other than to dump it off to Warren Murray.
So now it's Minnesota football, and looks like they are going to go into a victory formation and seal this game away. Baltimore will take their second timeout. Stops the clock with 56 seconds to go. So one more knee, and, well, let's see, 2 more knees. That'll bring it down to probably closer to probably about 16 seconds. So Baltimore might have an opportunity if they can't get it away with enough time left. Minnesota again going to kneel it down. Baltimore takes their final timeout. So 55 seconds left. 1 kneel down. Let's see. They'll take 1 more knee. That'll take 40 seconds off. So it'll be 15 seconds to for Minnesota to punt it away. But Baltimore would still have a chance with probably about 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, in this league, that's plenty of time.
It really is. The crazier things have happened when there is 0-0 on the board with only a couple of numbers left as that kneel down put a little bit of pressure there from the defense of Baltimore. So that's going to be the setup for the punt. We got 4th and 15 from the 21-yard line of Minnesota.
Look, watch out for the cornerbacks on special teams here. They've got contract cornerbacks here on special teams. Could potentially block
the block. They will drain this clock as much as they can. This will go down to about 14 seconds, maybe 15 seconds before they end up kicking it away. There it goes. The punt is away from Platt. Fair catch will be called at the 45-yard line of Baltimore. They'll have 10 seconds, no timeouts. So this will likely be 2 opportunities for Baltimore to steal this away.
Yeah, I mean, I would, if I were in their shoes, I would try and take half the field, the one play, and then go for it all on the second.
Looks like they're going to go for it all right now. They're in a Hail Mary formation with 10 seconds to go. 4 to the right side. Wigmore from the shotgun. A little bit of pressure. He's brought down. That's not going to do it. They can't get back in time. The game is over. Minnesota has defeated the champs 28-24. An unbelievable finish as the expansion legend take down the 3-time champs in the Vultures.
That was the game of the biggest win for the franchise to date. They went up against the king of the mountain and they knocked him down, man. 13 games won, over. Minnesota can always say that they stopped the streak, beating Baltimore, and they played not perfectly, but they played just enough to win on all 3 phases: special teams, offense, and defense. I mean, quiet in this whole game. Max Knight, I mean, he did a sack. I think he was the guy who got the sack on that last play. Was tearing it up and really took over that line in the second half.
Yeah, and here's that big gain from Colin Hart that ended up going for about 20, 30 yards. That set up for another score. And this was a huge pass from Jack Wigmore. This set up for another Baltimore touchdown that got it back to within a score. So we were worried that Baltimore might not be able to get back into the game down 11. But they did a fantastic job keeping things afloat, and then that score from Minnesota gave them a pretty comfortable lead at that point. And then here was the Hail Mary attempt. No, excuse me, no, this was the big bomb to Max Chima that kept them in the ball game, kept them within 4 points. Oh, it was a close one by all stretches of the imagination. Could have gone either way for both squads, and that just kind of tells you the kind of team that Minnesota has been. They've been successful in close games. They haven't been as successful in close games, but the more they can be successful, the more they can keep their record going, and they're going to 5-4 after this one. Johnny Reno, player of the game honors for today, 38 of 48, 333 yards with 4 touchdowns, a QBR of 88.6, well deserved. Minnesota goes to 5-4. Baltimore has a 1 in their loss column for the first time since week 12 last season when they lost to the DC Dragons. So a bit of a blemish on their record, but they still lead the Atlantic Division with a 9-1 record. Minnesota, though, with the win, now a half game back against Tulsa, so they're going to have to hope that Tulsa falls short and they'll have a chance to get into the lead in the Central Division. That'll do it for us here today, here in Minnesota. For my partner, Mr. Charles Doherty, thank you for doing so much for you. All our statisticians for dealing with everything that's been going on there. And, of course, our commissioner extraordinaire, Cameron Irvine. I'm Ethan Muslin. We'll see you next time. Once again, final score, Minnesota 28, Baltimore 24. We'll see you next time.